Hello, we're back again. Welcome back to the stream. Um, yes, I'm competing with Microsoft Build tonight, which is an interesting thing to try and do, but hey, because it's the Microsoft Build conference this week, which is for the second year all online, obviously, which in some ways is kind of but in other ways it's great because it means everybody gets to go and it doesn't cost any money. Because I've only actually been to the in-person Build Microsoft conference just the once when somebody paid for me to go, which was nice and it's great. And yeah, if you're doing Microsoft development stuff and you get the opportunity to go to a build conference, an in-person build conference, it's fantastic. There's just .NET developers flying around all over the place and just loads of talks and things. So yes, but the other thing about it being the build conference is that Microsoft have released a whole ton of new bits today. There's a whole new preview of Visual Studio and a new preview of .NET 6. So we're on preview 4 now. That came out. And as you can see from my command line there, see, .NET 6.0100 preview 4.212559. So yes, and this includes, excitingly enough, the Blazor desktop bits. So if you've been watching the stream, then you will know that I've been building a Blazor application that makes badges appear over the stream, and it's had its ups and downs. It's definitely had its ups and downs. It was great and it was working nicely, but it ran in the browser, and then I wanted to turn it into a desktop application, and that didn't go so well. I started off using a package called Photino, which is like Electron but for .NET applications, and it was going great and fantastic, and then I found out that the input file component doesn't work properly in Photino, which meant that the whole thing about adding images and sounds to the application just flat out didn't work. So that's where we were on Thursday, and then this week it was either going to be try and stick it in Electron.net, which is a version of Electron, a sort of fork of Electron, or a wrapper around Electron or something that lets you run .NET code in Electron. Or I said, if Microsoft release .NET 6 Preview 4 with the new MAUI bits, then we would try that. If you don't know what MAUI is, it's MAUI. All capitals, stands for Multi-Platform Application User Interface. And so in .NET for a while now we've had Xamarin, and Xamarin lets you build Android and iOS and Mac applications using .NET and C#. But Xamarin has always been running on mono and weird things, and it's not really a core part of the .NET platform. And so now they're trying to sort of, the whole theme with .NET 5 and .NET 6 is kind of consolidating and reunifying and bringing everything back together. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And so MAUI is the new model for building Windows and Mac and iOS and Android applications all in the same thing. And it came out, and so we're going to give it a try. So if I go to a new, I've got the .NET 6 thing installed, so I'm going to go into my sandbox because I'm just going to muck about with this to start off with, and I'm going to muck the Stream Badger and CD into Stream Badger, and then if I do .NET new -L, this shows me all the templates that I have got installed, and there's a whole bunch of new ones that have shown up after running various things, but there's .NET MAUI Blazor app, MAUI-Blazor. So if I do .NET new MAUI-Blazor, and then, oh, an update is available. Oh, no, let's do that then. So yes, remove everything, and then let's do that and make sure we get the latest. That's weird. .NET new -u. Let's try taking that out. Microsoft.maui.templates is not found. Okay. We are going to go into .NET/MAUI in here, and then we're going to try running this install, because it's possible that they're hiding it in the preview repos for this stuff. There we go, that worked. So yes, this directory, I cloned the entire MAUI repository, and this directory's basically got these different NuGet sources, and so obviously those templates were in there. And then I can do .NET new MAUI Blazor, and that's created a whole bunch of Stream Badger things here. And then, rather annoyingly, I have to open this in Visual Studio, which, you know, it's fine. Visual Studio is fine. It's on another screen. I'll get it down here in a minute. Bear with me. Say hi in the chat and everything. Any questions as we're going through this stuff, then shout out. So, oh, that doesn't look happy. Let's copy /.net/MAUI NuGet config into this directory, and then we will run Visual Studio again and open up Stream Badger and see if that makes life any better. Restoring packages, that seems to have worked. Okay, so we've got a Stream Badger application, a Stream Badger WinUI 3 application, and a Stream Badger WinUI 3 package. So this is for packaging the application up. And Stream Badger has got iOS and Mac Catalyst and Android and things inside it, and resources, and there's fonts and images, and then root has got index.html in there, and Blazor web view, and we've got CSS, and then we've got our startup.cs, and let's duplicate definitions startup. Is it though? Done building project. Yes, but did it work? Wow, that's doing lots of building. How exciting. Build succeeded. Excellent, but we can't run this one because this one is just the iOS thing. So if we want to run, then it's this WinUI 3 thing here. And this has got a whole bunch of other stuff inside it. Wow, so we've got a start up here. This dot on. So, by the way, I'm running the very latest preview. So there's a new preview of Visual Studio out today. So this is 16.11 preview 1. So that's doing create window. Got an image directory assets, which I can't see anywhere. The pages appear to be over here. But we've got duplicates of a bunch of other stuff. So main page .xaml. Blazor web view host pages root index HTML. Okay, so to run the Windows application, I saw in the blog post about all this stuff that you actually have to run the WinUI 3 package. So let's see what happens if we do that. The app something is already installed on this machine. Okay. There it is. Hooray! And we can max it up like that, and we can go about, and that's opened a separate window here, it looks like. So this has opened a browser window, but it looks like it's part of the application. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Fetch data. That seems to be working as well. Okay, cool. Right. So it's obviously it's picking up the pages from the main Stream Badger project, but all the additional stuff has to be in the WinUI 3 project. And if I wanted to do a Mac build, I'd be able to do it with this Mac Catalyst over here. Okay, so first thing to try is, does the file input work? So let's go to index.razer. And I don't have my Vim plugin. Manage extensions, VS Vim. No Vim plugin. Oh no. I'm going to have to live without Vim. If I type random O's and I's and things all over the place and V's, then you'll know what's going on. So app code. And then I'm going to take this out and we're going to have an input file on change equals create method, and we'll call that file change. I'm pressing escape to try and do things. Good evening, Eagle. How are you doing? Member with the same signature is already declared. This is a fun experience. And then we're going to have P here, and we're going to have public string file name get set, and then in here we're just going to put at file name. Yeah, the editing experience is not great. Pasta bolognese, I had that yesterday, it was yum. Spaghetti bolognese. And then in here we'll say file name equals args.file.name, and then we will say state has changed. All right, let's try this. See how this goes. This is choose file. Let's go to pictures, 10%. It works! It's alive! I am using the preview editor, yes. Visual Studio 16.11 Preview 1. Okay, so that works. So then the other thing that we need to make sure works is if we go back out to here and we want a Blazor server app. So .NET new Blazor server -o stream badger overlay. And .NET SLN add stream badger overlay. And then back to here and it'll say, oh, your solution's changed, you need to reload that. The new Razer editor in VS that's also in preview. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable I might disable ReSharper. That options window is huge. Because I think some of these things that I'm getting popping up might be down to ReSharper. Installed JetBrains ReSharper. Let's disable that. And restart Visual Studio. And then I will definitely do that thing. So open Stream Badger. view, no, tools, options. Preview features. Allow out of process load and evaluation of project. Ooh, blimey. Enable all IntelliCode preview features. Oh, apparently I have enabled the experimental Razer editor. Fakes for .NET Core, GitHub Actions supporting publish, load projects faster. All sorts of interesting things in there. So let's reset to the, yeah, undo that. Right. So this is the other thing that we needed to do is, and how was I doing? Let's go and look at my Stream Badger solution here. So in my program here, I had this thing to get stuff from that Stream Badger. So I am going to add, no, I'm going to go into Stream Badger WinUI 3 or this one. No, I'm going to go into Stream Badger WinUI 3. And I'm going to add a project reference to streambadger.overlay. So that's in there now. I want that output window back. I just don't want it pinned. And then I'm going to go into my Stream Badger code here. I'm going to copy that and paste that here. And then we're going to go application host lifetime. Whoops. Host application lifetime. I host application lifetime in there. And then we're going to say, whoops, see, I told you. This is using tabs. Why is it using tabs? Use spaces. Yeesh. Oh, lordy. There's an iStartup interface. app builder dot configure host configuration, configure web host defaults, use console lifetime. Oh, configure lifecycle events. That looks like what I want. Dot configure lifecycle events. Builder dot add windows, and then lifecycle builder on activated. Windows lifecycle on activated What are we looking at here? Windows lifecycle on activated let's go and have a look at that. So we've got window and window activated event args. Window, args. And then in here, so this is going to run, well, let's just do debug dot write line on activated. And I'm going to set a breakpoint on that. And we'll just see if that does what I think it's going to do. Hey, dev lead, how's it going? Yes, it does. It gets hit. Except I don't think that's what I wanted. So lifecycle builder dot on launched. And that should only be hit once. Run this again. Continue, and there we go. Right, excellent. So that fires once. So at that point, what I want to do is have a private void start overlay, and in here I'm going to go back to my Stream Badger desktop program thing here, and we're going to say var host builder equals Stream Badger overlay dot program dot create host builder array dot empty string, and then we're going to say var overlay equals host builder dot build, like that. Except I'm going to put these into local variables. So we're going to say private iHost underscore overlay and private task underscore overlay task. Oh, how do people work without Vim? And ReSharper for that matter. And then we're going to say underscore overlay task equals underscore overlay dot start async. And we're going to have a cancellation token source as well. So underscore overlay stop equals new cancellation token source. So today I've got Maui. I've got .NET 6 Preview 4, which includes the Blazor desktop bit in Maui. And so I'm trying to see if we can wrap Stream Badger in some Maui. So I've confirmed that the input file control works, so that's something. And now what I'm testing is, does it allow me to run the application? So does it allow me to run two Blazor instances, effectively one inside and one separately? And so we are going to go into here and we're going to pass in underscore overlay stop dot token, and then that should allow us to say, so start overlay, and then we can have a stop overlay, where we can just say underscore overlay stop dot cancel, and that should, in theory, shut the other application down. And so then up here we can say dot on closed stop overlay, and then let's go into here and go into index.razer and take out that stuff, and then we can just put in overlay like that. Right, now if this works, then the overlay should be on port 25293. Right, so we have our app is running, and then if we go to http:// yeah! Except it does not appear to have its let's do a refresh here. And let's dock to the side. So it didn't find its CSS files. Which is interesting. But I think that's something I can probably fix. So let's shut that down. And then let's go into here. Because I think this is probably conflicting. So what can I do here? I can go to this, and I can go to properties, and I can change that to be an embedded resource. And then we can go into startup, and we can say so we've got map Blazor hub, fallback to page host there. So endpoints.map get, and then we'll just say /css/ bootstrap / bootstrap.min.css. That's async context. And then in here we can say var resource equals assembly dot get executing assembly dot get manifest resource stream, and that will be stream badger overlay dot root.css.bootstrap.min.css. If resource is not null, context.response.status code equals 200, context.response write async, that's that thing there, body writer dot write async So then we can just say await resource.copy to async context.response.body. Hi, Stanley was happy. Thanks for dropping by. How's it going? Okay, so there we go. That works better. Okay, so we're going to have to do that, but that's not that much of a big deal anyway, because that's how I'm going to cope with theming anyway. So the themes are going to be embedded in the application, and it makes sense that everything needs to be embedded in the application. So that should theoretically be fine. Awesome, awesome stuff. Might be needing to help someone with a .NET Core project in the future. Excellent. Have you got any .NET experience at all? I am going to start copying in pages from the other project now. So shared, we've got logininfo.razer, we've got mainlayout.razer, nav menu was just looking like that. Okay, so in here I'm going to go into the old project here, and we're going to go into src Stream Badger desktop, and then we're going to open this one, put that there, and then that one can go there. And then if we go into www.root CSS and grab darkly.min.css, I'm going to pop that in there, and then I think that also needs to go into Windows. Nope. Oh, is that just pointing at that? Oh yes, these are all links. So we've got darkly.min.css in there. Okay, excellent. And so then in here, we can just change this to darkly.min.css like that. And then I'm going to go into pages there, and I'm going to go into shared and nav menu. And I'm going to put that there like that. And I'm going to go and grab my login info. So shared login info is going to go into shared login info here. So that's good. And then what else have we got to bring across? So login info is using StreamBadger desktop.services and injecting Twitch auth. So we are going to add a new folder and call it services. And let's just copy both of, well, let's just copy Twitch auth across at the moment. Like that. Session data. So edit, copy that, and then we can add another folder and call it models, and we can paste that into there as well. So then we've got Twitch auth. No, that's not what I wanted. Delete. Yep. Show in Explorer. Copy, paste, there we go, session data, Twitch auth is there. And then shared login info, if that's doing that, otherwise we're going to the page/login. We've got a login client. Sorry, I'm just bouncing around in the other application here. So login client is here. Okay, so let's create another directory and call it clients. And we're going to add class login client. And paste that across into there. And then we're also going to do server client. So add class server client. And that's going to go into there as well. And then in the startup in here, we had these classes. And so those need to go into the startup in here. Let's say public void configure services iService collection services. We can get rid of those for the minute, and then we can just go into do that and do that. This is all coming through into here. change namespace to match. Oh, that encountered an error. So that's just going to become streambadger.services. And then in clients, that's going to become streambadger.clients. .clients. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Wrote a microservice as a backend for something and did some stuff to handle MongoDB CRUD operations. Sounds like fun. Just go away. And then we can go back into startup here and we can take those two things out, and then we can do control dot streambadger.services and control streambadger.clients. And we'll just copy these up here for the minute. And then that will just be figure services like that. So that makes that a bit nicer. That puts that back into a configure services like what you would expect it to be in. Okay, so if we go into main layout there, and we go into main layout here, and we can just go ba-bang, ba-bang. So that works. Oh, let's just give it a quick run and see what happens. Build failed. Session data could not be found. Oh, no, we don't want that. So let's... Oh, we need message pack. Okay, so streambadger.client, streambadger.models, this isn't it? All right, let's go into here and do manage NuGet packages. And install that. Yep. Right. So login info, that's going to become using streambadger.services. And then let's try doing another build. Nope. That works okay. Build. Just keep building until it builds. And it succeeded. So then press F5. Hey, that looks vaguely familiar, doesn't it? Connect with Twitch. Sorry, there's nothing at this address. Stop that running. And that is because we don't have add Razer component login.razer, and then we just have to put at page, so counter, so that will become /login, like that. And then let's go to our login page over here. Oh, let's just copy all of that. Build. StreamBadger.services and StreamBadger.clients. Build. And that should now have set that thing, but it didn't. So login, login client.ping async is doing that. Let's click that again. Session data, yep, there we go, it's done it. So the only problem is that the login info thing is not working properly. Login info. Oh, I miss ReSharper. I don't know how to do anything. I just have no IntelliSense at all in here. Can you set breakpoints in Razer pages? Yes, you can. Okay, let's do that. It's brilliant with ReSharper. Locals, this, Twitch auth, session data. So that's going to do that. And then we're going to connect with Twitch. So it's on after render async. Public string username get set resharper key bindings up for the keyboard. I'm just going to hope that something comes along that will let me work on this in another editor at some point very soon. So then I'm going to change this to username like that. And change this to username. And then say if Twitch auth dot username is null, if Twitch auth dot session data dot name is length greater than 0, username equals Twitch auth dot session data dot name, invoke I can change this to void because I'm not doing anything async in it. And then state has changed like that. And then that can become username. Okay, so connect with Twitch. Do 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 do. Set a breakpoint there. Connect with Twitch. So somehow this is getting back to here without triggering the reload. And I don't know how it is doing that. How is that happening? Okay, let's go to Twitch auth. So stop that. Services Twitch auth. And then we can say if session data dot access token is length greater than 0, authenticated right. And then we can say protected override void on initialized Twitch auth dot authenticated plus equals private void on authenticated and then we can see if this gets triggered. What? Okay. So connect with Twitch. There we go, that worked. Right. Excellent. We're definitely getting somewhere. It does not shut down when I tell it to shut down, which might be an issue. So let's go into here, go into app.xaml. And then we can go to, change that to spaces. Where's my startup in here? Expression value is never used. Service killers. Why are you telling me that? That is clearly false. See, it's there, look. Oh, it's not available in some of these things though. That's bad. But not for now, because I don't care for now. Whatever. builder.add windows. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just run this. And then close it. I don't think that works like that. So let underscore overlay dot stop. Let's just do that. Because the last thing we want is Stream Badger processes hanging around on people's machines because the overlay is still running even though the Windows exited, which is what is currently happening there. So there we go, and it's running. And then if I stop that like that, and it does not work. Let's look at the docs for this. I host stop async. Used to indicate when stop should no longer be graceful. So we can say var token source equals new cancellation token source time span dot from seconds 1, and then we can just let's do those underscore token source, no, just token source token. Right, let's try that. Okay, so this is going to give it a second and then it should terminate it with extreme prejudice. Except it's not. Let's try changing this to an async void. And then awaiting overlay.stop async. Running, still running. Okay, so then in here, let's go into Stream Badger Overlay. I host application lifetime. Lifetime dot stop application. So then in here, is this actually going to work? I host application lifetime get internal set. We're using Blazor Server for the overlay at the moment. There's no particular advantage to using Blazor WASM, and Blazor Server makes it easier to sort of send a thing going, hey, show this image. So then in here, we can say stopper.lifetime equals lifetime, like that. And then we can say public async task stop async if lifetime is not null, lifetime dot stop application. Public static void stop. This is very, very hacky, and I do not approve of this behavior. Do not do this at home. So that's going to set that up there, and then in this startup here, we can actually get rid of that, and we can say stopper dot stop. Right. Try this again. So that's fine. And then if I close this, that should have stopped. Let's try going to localhost, except it hasn't. It's not stopping. Why are you not stopping for me? Stop. Use static files, use with them, do. F2. Aha! That's a much better name. Start up and stop down. Okay. I will figure out why that doesn't work properly at some other point. So let us go back to Stream Badger over here. Right. So we're going to add a new project, and it's going to be a class library for .NET Core, and it's going to be stream badger.shared. And the target framework is going to be Net Standard 2.1. Like so. And then I'm going to go and grab image store. So models. Show in Explorer and go to there and do this and copy that. And then go back to here and just paste. Sod that, let's just change it to Net 6.0 instead and see if that makes any difference here. Yep, that looks all right. You can go away. And then we go back to here and into services and image store and sound store, and we can copy those and then we can paste those into here as well. Image store. Okay, let's go and grab those as well then. Upload image model, that can go into shared. Upload sound model, that can go into shared. Image store like that. That's good. And then we're going to go over to here and into index.razer. Show in Explorer. So not worried about that. No. Image card, image list, sound card and sound list. Gonna grab those. And then those can go into Stream Badger pages there. We're going to add a project reference to shared to that one and add a project reference to shared to that one as well. Using Stream Badger.clients like that. Image list Stream Badger.shared in there. Sound card, we're going to put in using Stream Badger.clients. Oh. Using Stream Badger.services using Stream Badger.clients. That works quite nicely. So then I should be able to take that out again because we've got global usings in Blazor projects, which is really nice. Soundlist.razer. Don't need that anymore because we can get rid of it. So that's fine, and then that's fine as well, like that. And then we can go back to there and go into index.razer here. Copy, paste, there we go. Let's see if this works. And if not, why not? No errors. Image store, Try it again. We will get there. Eventually I'll get to the point where I can add some new functionality to this. Won't that be nice? And we're deploying. Hi, GA Progman. I am building an application which displays overlays on Twitch, which is not working at the moment. I'm trying to wrap it in a Blazor desktop MAUI application, which is now suddenly decided it's not starting anymore. Ensure the target process is configured to use .NET Core. This may be expected if the target process did not run on .NET Core. So yeah, it sort of exists already in another form, but this is trying to wrap the whole thing up in Oh, Jamie, how are you doing? Long time no see. We should do a podcast about this, because it's mad and it's driving me insane. Okay, so let's go into here. It is insanity-driven development. Let's try commenting this out. Edit, advanced, comment selection. See if that's what's causing a problem. No, apparently not. All right, let's try stopping and restarting Visual Studio, see if that works. It was something about did not raise a core CLR event. Yeah, there you go. Restarting Visual Studio fixed it. Stop. And then let's go back to index.razer and let's uncomment this code and run it again. Edit and continue is currently unavailable due to an internal error. Of course it is. And now nothing is showing up. Hurrah! XAML bind, no XAML binding failures. View output. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's edit, advanced, comment, edit, advanced. What's the thing? Control K, Control C. Right, so we've got images and sounds. So image list is for some reason not working. Comment that out and comment this out again as well. And run this. No, bad things are happening there. You can go away. Right, so let's go into imagelist.razer. And let's go to image store. Get names. Set a breakpoint there. Let's see if something bad is happening in get image names for some reason. Nope, it is not getting called. Oh, look, we've got DevTools. Ah, there is no registered service of type image store. That would make sense because I haven't added it to my startup. So image store using streambadger.shared. And then let's go back into image list, uncomment that, uncomment that, debug, delete all breakpoints, yes, and run. Yay! All right, that's really starting to look good. So now the problem here is that these are not being found, which is fine because I know why they're not being found. Because in here, so image card, src equals that. And so that just needs to go back into in startup here. Image endpoint, right. Let's show in Explorer. Grab those. Thank you for following, Samu. Much appreciated. And then in here, we can add a new folder. And thank you also for the follow, Jamie. Much appreciated. Add folder endpoints. And then paste. I'm just going to comment that one out for a minute. Image endpoint. Add stream badger.shared in there. Extension content type. So that looks good. And we can get rid of play endpoint for the minute. Comment those out. Get rid of that. And do that stuff there, and then sound endpoint dot shared. And does this now build? Where have you gone? Extension content type. And then we can do control dot using system.click and control dot system.diagnostics.code analysis and system. Good grief. Build. That succeeded. So then we need to go into startup. And grab those things there. So now the overlay server will return the images back, which is what it is supposed to do. And then they should show up on the front page thing. That caused an error. So let's go to image endpoint. I haven't added that as a service in here. It's got to go in here as well. So services.add singleton image store and services.add singleton sound store, like that. and run this again. Good evening, Podotta. The project is progressing very nicely. I've got it running in .NET 6 MAUI application, and there we go. Oh my goodness. That was painful. But we are there. And we have it. We have our images, we have our sounds, which are not displaying properly, but that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new GitHub repository and put this into a new GitHub repository. So let me just drag down a logged in window here, github.com/Rendell Labs. Because yeah, we've got Overblaze there, which was the old rubbish name for it. So because it's got a new name and this is like a complete rewrite, then I'm just going to say new, and we're going to call it Stream Badger, and it's going to be public, and yep, add a readme file, and we can add Visual Studio Git Ignore, and we can choose a license, and we're going to make it GNU General Public License 3. I'm just kidding. Let's go for Apache. No, let's go for MIT. Why faff about? Let's just call it MIT and create repository, and then grab that, and then where's my PowerShell window gone? It is MIT. Yes, you started typing why not MIT, but I did. I decided on MIT in the end. So then we can do git init, and then we can do git remote add origin, and git pull origin main, and then git add -an. So what have we got going in there? Anything in there that shouldn't be in there? No, that looks pretty good. Okay. Do that and git commit -m initial commit. And then I'm just going to open a code window in here quickly. Formerly Overblaze. The A flag is for --all. So yeah, it says add everything below the current directory. And then the N that I put after it is dry run. So when you do capital A lowercase n, it says show me the files that you would add to Git if I didn't have the N flag here. And so you can just double check to make sure it's not going to add mental things. And then you can, yeah, then you just do up arrow in your console, and there you are. Okay, so this is an overlay app for OBS and probably other streaming apps too. It's a Blazor app running in .NET MAUI, and another Blazor app providing the overlay browser source for OBS. Overlay images, play sounds, overlay images with sounds, and chatbot stuff too. Built entirely on my Twitch stream. Twitch.tv/Mark Rendell, because all publicity is good publicity. And then we can do git commit -am update read me, and then we can do git push and there we go. Yes, you should do a stream again, but oh, the office flood. That was last year, wasn't it? The Great Office Flood. But no, you should definitely start streaming. I would definitely watch you stream, Jamie. And then we're going to go into... I don't mind the whole master main thing. It doesn't bother me. That's how long... Yes. Yeah, I'm not fussed about the main master thing. It doesn't make that much difference, really. Yeah, the thing is, I've got PoshGit installed, and so if I do git push origin, so I only ever type the first two characters of anything anyway, and then I press tab, and so it just fills in whatever it is. I think if they hadn't come up with something with the same first two letters, I would probably be like, this is really annoying. But yeah, master to main, it's a ma and then tab and you're done. Streamelements.com. Connect with Twitch. And nope. Settings, integrations. What have we got? Channels. No, I'm going to move this up onto my other screen so it does the proper layout. There we go. Chat commands, custom commands, GitHub. Change that to Stream Badger and save. And then timers and GitHub, and change that to Stream Badger and save there. Yeah, I'm not going to pass comment on whether it's a legitimate cause or not. There are things where, so I saw somebody on Twitter the other day complaining about something to do with self-driving cars or whatever, but battle for road supremacy. And they complained about the use of the words battle and supremacy. And you're just kind of like, no, just you stop. You've gone too far. I know that white supremacy is a bad thing, but the word supremacy in itself is not a bad thing. We can't sort of, any word that has ever been attached with an offensive phrase or an offensive idea or concept or whatever, let's not go banning those, because they'll all be banned. And battle, I mean, what is wrong with battle? There's a town near where I grew up called Battle, where the Battle of Hastings happened. And I don't remember anybody ever kind of going, ee, because of a town called Battle. So yeah, yeah, no, as much as possible, I will try and modify my behaviour and my speech. And so it's like I switched. I try not to say guys now. I try to say folks instead, because guys, there's a male connotation to guys. I have friends who absolutely don't care, and I can go, hey guys, bye guys, and whatever, and it's not a problem. But if there are people who feel excluded by the word guys, then it's not that much effort to try and change. So folks and y'all as well, although y'all sounds stupid when I say it, so I go with folks. But yeah. My opinion on the whole PC thing is that there are people who push it too far and they give it a bad name, and they're just kind of like professionally offended, and they're just kind of going, oh, how could that possibly be offensive? Can I find some way that would be offensive so that I can score some internet points? And the problem is that they are messing it up for the sort of set of things where actually, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we shouldn't use those words. Maybe we shouldn't say those things. Maybe we should modify our behavior. But yeah, and I'm white, and I'm male, and I'm middle class, and I'm intelligent, and I'm playing life on easy mode, and I'm still mucking it up. And so if there are other people out there who are trying to get by with far bigger challenges than mine, then and I can make little changes to my behavior to make life easier for them, then I'm all for that, and I will try and do it, and I don't mind people asking me to do it. But if you pop up in my stream saying I shouldn't use words like supremacy and battle, when I'm saying things like .NET, MAUI and Flutter are battling for mobile programming supremacy, then yeah, you're one of those people who is ruining it for everybody else, and taking the power away from the people who've actually got legitimate complaints, and you should just pack up your toys and go home. There you go. And with that, I'm going to end the stream for the day. Super happy with what I've achieved here. This looks much better, and this is it's exciting new things. Lord knows when I'm going to be able to publish a release version of this, because there's no go live license. But the code's up there on GitHub, so people can grab it and play around. Next time we will get the overlay thing working again and get everything working again, and then we can carry on with building features in, including adding a volume override when you upload a sound, so that I can start using the applause thing again. So yes, I'll be back here Thursday night, 7 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. UTC for wherever else you are in the world. So I hope to see you then. And yeah, and go and watch some build sessions, because there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff on MAUI and .NET 6 and all that sort of stuff. All right. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you on Thursday. Night.